Levon, this was a lot of fun, and I know you had a blast. Maybe we were talking about. So does this make you want to play a little more bullet, or are you going to keep with the strategy of look, like bullet's just not good for your chess, and you're not going to throw down an online bullet? Because I'm offering you some lessons. Do you want to take some bullet lessons from me?
Well, that's a very generous offer. Considering the fact that maybe bullet is the only thing that you can teach me. And not just in chess.
That's right. But what do you think? You want to play some more bullet? I mean, like we can do this more often.
The thing is, I believe that bullet is fun, but there are so many other fun things that can last longer than 1 minute. So.
Are you sure about that?
And since I play very little, you know my choice.
Gonna wait, George. We won't need bullets for these chess games. On April 3rd, the first ever Chess.com Bullet Chess Championship gets started with the first of 2 qualifiers. On Friday, we'll have a round-robin event, and all 3 of these players will join 5 of the most elite bullet players on the planet. Unofficial Bullet Chess champion Hikaru Nakamura will be defending his title versus Sergei Karyakin, Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, Alexander Grishuk, and Levon Aronian. And as we said, 3 qualified players means it's anybody's game. Tune in on April 6th and 7th when this 8-player elite bracket goes down, and join us for live commentary at twitch.tv/chess, chess.com TV, and everywhere tickets are sold. Be there. We're back with the 2019, the first ever Bullet Chess Championship. It's Sunday, Championship Sunday. It's where dreams come true and others are shattered. Robert Hess, you're back. You're with me. You look good today.
You know, this has been such a wild affair that I've had to have my hair go crazy. Like, it's not even my choice anymore. Like, my heart is hurting, my head is pounding, and my hair is just doing all sorts of things I can't control.
Well, and we caught a few of those moments on camera yesterday. Shout out to, I think it was user CraftyRaf, both on Twitch and Twitter, who threw us a collage of some of the funniest moments. And for those of you who are subscribers to the Twitch channel, you can see some of our new favorite captures of Robert Hess facial expressions. But you know, let it be known that they can be used, and let's let everybody know what we're about to do today and where we currently stand in the event. The bracket has us with the championship match between Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura and Alexander Bortnik. I don't know that we could have outlined 2 different paths to the championship, right? One player who was seeded as the 1 seed overall and everybody's pre-tournament favorite, and somebody who really only got into the final and 3rd qualifier on Friday because of a wild card from us, but has proven that we made the right decision as he lands himself here and And what are your thoughts on what's going to happen in the championship later today?
Well, it's got to be all Nakamura from my point of view, but Bortnik certainly has a chance, especially if he can continue swindling his opponents. We saw in the first matchup between Nakamura and Alireza Firouzja that Nakamura got winning position after winning position in the early games, and yet he was down a couple games with several minutes to spare. So, it is a tough battle. We'll see Bortnik play some great bullet chess, and I'm really excited for that matchup.
Yep. But first up, and starting here in just about 10 minutes actually, will be the consolation match between Grandmasters Levon Aronian and Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. And in that consolation match, we will have the debut of our new format, which is where wins count as points. You have to win a game to earn a point, and you need 6 games to win a set. So 6 game points win a set. And a set has to be won by 2 games. So those of you who follow tennis, even if you don't follow tennis, this is pretty much well known as a format that has been standardized in tennis for years, if not centuries. And it'll be interesting to see how that changes some of the tempo, some of the flavor of these matches, whether it prevents somebody from running away with it or helps somebody to avoid full tilt. Robert, it'll be interesting to see. The third place match is only a best of 3 set series before we get into the championship, where Nakamura and Bortnik will play a best of 5. So I'm pretty excited to see what happens in the format here today, and whether that changes things at all for our players. We've got them with us. Grandmaster Levon Aronian and Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. They look to be on slightly more stable internet connections, playing from different places than they did yesterday, as they played from the hotel after being on the same team in the Bundesliga. They have now both traveled and moved on, and apparently caught some allergies along the way.
Yep.
And we're here and ready to rock.
Yeah, and it's excuse me, it'll be fun to see this matchup because they're two very good friends, and they have a great time kind of ribbing each other, giving each other a little bit of flack, but they respect each other's game so much. They don't respect my game. I mean, that much is made clear behind the scenes.
I'm so glad that people don't get to see the off-camera fodder to a degree, because I've never seen somebody just destroy you like Levon does.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it. Because I know deep down, somewhere very, very deep down, Levon has a tiny ounce, a semblance of respect for me.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes he lets it slip out, like accidentally.
Yeah, he does.
But for the most part, he's a great trash talker. We'll see if he can have the bullet skills to back up his trash talk today. I'm going to save that last position I just showed for a little bit later when we do some of our pregame for the finals, and bring up a blank analysis for it. I don't want anybody seeing the content I prepared. I've been here since 7:30 a.m. I'm on my 3rd cup of coffee, and we looked at a lot. So, Robert, what do we expect in this match here between Levon and Maxime? Both these guys fell in the semifinals. Levon in a little bit, I guess, harsher fashion, if you want to say. But then again, he was playing Hikaru. Maxime, in many ways, at least to me, was the favorite over Bortnik, and actually led that match by a game with about 7 minutes to go until Bortnik just ran away with it. He was up 10.5, 9.5, that being MVL, and then ultimately lost by a total score of 15.5. So, what are your thoughts on who the favorite here is between these two, and what do you expect to go down?
Well, I have great respect for both of these players, even if they don't always have great respect for me. But I think that MVL will gain many, many rating points from this matchup. Let's put it that way. And they can trash talk me in the little chat here. They can give me some flack, but I think MVL's taking this one.
Okay. Well, it'll be interesting to see whether Levon can show that the landslide that ran away from him yesterday against Hikaru Nakamura will not be the case here. I think it's going to be closer than people think. I think MVL is the favorite. I expected him to honestly be in the finals against Hikaru later today, so I'm surprised that he's actually in the semifinals here. So I'm not going to disagree in terms of the favorite, but I think the format and the fact that, again, this is going to be something new and different that prevents the bullet tilt, which we all know can be real, from happening. And for those of you just getting here, let's actually bring up the format one more time, because that's why you see the scoreboard in front of you the way it is, organized by game points and then sets. That's because that, again, there'll be a different tempo here. Of course, they're not going to be racing against an over counting down clock like we have in the Speed Chess Championship or like we had yesterday. They'll be playing one set at a time, right? And I think that helps the underdog. I think Hikaru was right when he said that it probably doesn't really matter for the person who's the favorite. For the most part, they should be the favorite regardless of the format. But I think it prevents the underdog from really going on tilt if they do lose a few games in a row. Shout out to our last subscriber there, Go Savage. There, 3 months. Thank you for your support. And Robert, we'll see what you think about that. But I'm going to say that that's going to help Levon in the match against Maxime.
I agree with you. I think it's very interesting just in general to have this sort of tennis format because typically when you lose several games in a row, you just lose the match, right? Like if you lose 5 games in a row, it's just over. But here, if you lose 5 games in a row, you're only losing one of the sets. And then you could actually gather yourself and then rebound in the second set. So I really like this format. I'm very interested to see how it plays out. But I do think that it helps. Well, you said it helps Levon in this case. I think that in general, it helps the player who we think is the underdog in the matchup.
Right. Yeah, and we still have a few more minutes actually here in regards to things. So nice to have the players with us, and nice that we're already getting subscribers. 1,100 of you with us, and we haven't even said go yet. So this is a lot of fun. Thanks for spending your Sunday with us. This is church for many people, right? Twitch church. I like to think.
Twitch church. I don't want to get involved.
A lot of enlightened things happen on Twitch, wouldn't you say?
This is just you're getting I don't want to get involved.
Well, we've got a lot of subscribers coming in here as we double up on that action. But just want to say thank you to everybody that's been with us all week. Honestly, Robert, this whole journey is going to be coming to a close today, and in many ways today will be the shortest day we've had. Right? We had qualifiers on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, and then yesterday. I don't think we could have asked for a more exciting matches that started things off with Nakamura and Furusha, and nothing disappointed us about yesterday. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's with us already, and as you tune in, again, we appreciate that the Bullet Chess Championship seems like a thing that's going to be here to stay. People seem to like this one. I think it was a hit.
It's definitely been a hit, Danny, and I can't wait for it to be over because then I can finally get my hair cut because I'm contractually obligated to keep the wild grizzly man look until the Bullet Chess Championship is over. So as soon as
In fact, even our CEO reached out to Robert yesterday and said, "Robert, I love how crazy you look."
Yeah, I mean, I just look like a wild man. Like this, I haven't had a beard this long since I don't know. I first grew a beard and was too lazy to shave.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Well, and we've got Maxime who owes me a shave, by the way.
That is true.
Yeah, he does. He owes me a shave. Well, we have a few more minutes here to before we get started. Let's remind everybody of everything that's going to be going on Chess.com and in the general world of chess esports here over the next few months. The Speed Chess Championship is going to be getting started in May. It kicks off on May 8th with the qualifier hosted by Sopako Giramashvili and Anna Rudolph. Can't wait for that event. Really, really excited for the Women's Speed Chess Championship to kick off the SCC season, if you will. The Junior Speed Chess Championship will be starting not too far after that, and then, of course, the main event. But also over the summer, as if you didn't have enough chess to watch, we have the Pro Chess League Summer Series. This is an event that I think is really going to be a game changer. It'll be the first time, Robert, that we've really involved fans in a prize money event like this. $25,000 in prizes is a lot. And it's going to be all going on at twitch.tv/Pro Chess League. So head over there, give that channel a follow, and look for some commentary every week in a roughly probably I think 4-hour event that's going to have fans pair up with their favorite teams. Speaking of fans and their favorite teams, the Pro Chess League finals will take place May 4th and 5th. Tickets are on sale. You can go to twitch.tv/Pro Chess League to follow the main channel, but also go to prochessleague.com to get your tickets. Robert, tickets are selling, and we plan to sell this thing out. I'll be honestly pretty surprised if it doesn't, but it's not sold out yet, so people still have an opportunity to do it. Lucky for you, I have a VIP, commentary badge waiting for you. Otherwise, you would buy one, right?
I would be offended if I didn't have a VIP badge, but yes, of course I would. And I'm trying to actually get my brother to come out to San Francisco to join us. So hopefully it doesn't sell out before then, because then otherwise he's just SOL, as they
Just
say.
a bystander. SOL at the PCL, right?
Yep.
Hashtag former life. Anyway, we've got the Pro Chess League finals. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. Going to be seeing so many people there live. But in probably about 60 seconds, the games will get underway. Shout out to Helms Night. Thank you, Grace, who just gave us a big raid, a party of 100. 100 just joined us. If you were watching twitch.tv/Helms Night, you were watching some variant chess, most likely, as she's kind of the Bughouse Queen. Now you're going to watch some bullet chess. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking with us. 1,500 of you with us already, and the show hasn't even begun. So I think that proves that people are excited for this. Look at these two guys. These are a couple of good-looking guys, I think. Besides the beard that Maxime owes me, that needs to get off of his face. That's right. You give me thumbs down if you want, all right? But you're shaving that face later. You are shaving that face.
This feels. He
no
does
more talk needed because the games are officially underway. It is 10 a.m. and here we go, Robert. Another Bullet Chess Championship match.
I don't know if I can handle this, Danny. I'm really trying. I'm holding my head here. I'm nervous, but okay. We have a bishop before check. You block it. You can castle as black, but look at White's large center, and that center is either overextended or going to help White win this game because look at the h7 pawn, right? White is aiming towards the king side. Black is trying to queen f4 here. Bishop h7 check wins the queen. Watch out.
Yep, bishop takes h was a threat. Now the question is White just going to sack the exchange and go all in with something like knight g5? You know that's what I would do without question.
I would do it in a
Oh,
heartbeat.
he doesn't do it. Come on, Maxime. Sack the exchange.
Now he's
you
going to
might
lose
regret it, actually. Guess who's up on time right now? A little bit of a surprise.
Whoa.
Bishop takes h7 with queen e4 check, picks up a loose pony.
King h8, where are you going to go? Ooh, okay.
Maybe he should have played king h8.
Queen g6.
But queen g6 just wins a piece. Blunders all around by Maxime right now.
Lev is
I
taking
think he
this
should have gone for that exchange sack we highlighted earlier. And,
Lev was upset with me, Danny.
Lev was upset with you talking trash with him, so now he's motivated, you think?
Exactly. I think I motivated him.
Yeah, well, I couldn't disagree. And he is now up a game. And again, remember everybody, at 6 games, wins a set. Those asking in the chat, well, then how long does the match go? Well, one of the most exciting things about high-level tennis, 40th slip.
Whoa.
It's a tennis match.
Yeah,
Our next concept is tennis. One of the best things about tennis is that you don't know what you're in for because you have to win by 2, and if you can't win a set by 2, guess what? You got to keep playing.
You keep going.
You're here all day. This is Lionel Richie's favorite kind of chess. It's going all night long. All right?
Don't say that to me, Danny. Come on,
we
man.
We got a3 coming. Yeah, put that bishop on a2.
Uh-oh, go to b1. I dare you. Oh, come on. I want to go to b1 and play c4.
Yeah, these guys are not bringing the heat that we want to see. But with Maxime falling a game behind here in this first set, he's already putting himself in a position he has to come back. Remember, everybody, a draw counts for nil. Okay, it counts for nil in tennis.
Which is actually probably a pretty decent result for MVL here because he lost the first game. He'll get White again. So
now he's got black, but he's up 10 seconds, and b2's a problem. You can't defend it with the rook without c2 falling. So I think Maxime is actually in good shape to level the score right away here.
I agree with you. Now the e3 pawn's a problem as well. If you go queen e2, then you're right, Dan. Queen takes b2, hangs the pawn. Then a3 and c2 are coming next, and this looks. Oh, well, okay. He gets
I like rook takes c2 to open.
Oh, queen a2
he's got
check.
A rook.
Queen
a2 check, picks up a rook, and don't you forget it. Levon resigns, and we have an even set, dude. Either I am drinking way too much coffee, or I am loving my job way too much. One of those things has to be true. Maybe
I think both. Definitely both, because this is a lot of fun. I'm having a great time. I messaged you this yesterday, Danny. You know how hard I am on you, but this has been so fun for me. And
I'm so glad that you admitted that. It's been a lot for you to even admit that. Thank you.
I mean, publicly especially. You know me. I'm always trying to make it as hard on you as possible to make people think that.
I even got Eric to share some emotional feelings, which the chess bras don't do well, or Canadians in general, but especially the chess bras. So I mean, even that was huge yesterday. Eric admitted that he loved me.
Oh. So
Knight's
adorable.
coming to c5, and I love White's position.
Yeah, I mean, look at this whole space.
Okay, but Levon is keeping pace on the clock. That's something I'm going to be just observing all day because of how, frankly, how badly Levon got destroyed against Hikaru. Like, I'm going to see whether Levon can keep pace with Maxime on the clock.
Yeah, our view of his speed is a little bit tainted because anyone against Hikaru looks a bit slow, except for Alireza Firouzja, who kept very well on the clock yesterday. But here, Leon Beast is trying to use this C-file to his advantage. Watch out. The A8, H1 diagonal. If the queen can line up with that bishop, they're going to be meeting threats. But here comes queen C7. Trade those queens immediately. No checkmates for you. And the rook can still do the honors, right? If the rook came to D1, but of course, that's not going to be possible now.
I think that knight E3 is an irritating move, but the key is that the knight guards the D2 square. So you could have even played rook E3 if you wanted to get rid of that pony. But Maxime is trying for more. He's going to force the bishop off the board. Okay. It's hard to tell who's better, but I have to like Levon's chances, even with just a 3-second time advantage. 3 seconds is better than none. I'm liking Levon.
He's rook D3.
Rook D3 and knight D2 were both. Look at Levon playing fast and winning on the board, showing that he can compete with Maxime and Bullet.
They're going to make a draw now. Well, flag him, Levon.
Flag him. Levon, be ruthless. Oh, Levon, that's the problem, dude.
You're too nice of a guy.
You can't be good at Bullet unless you're a ruthless shenaniganizer.
Shenaniganizer.
If you're not bringing out the OMGs or snap emote, then you're not making me happy with your Bullet chess.
But H7. Giving up H7 here feels a little risky, especially for Bullet chess. I think objectively it's fine for black, but in Bullet chess without that H pawn, you're always worried you're gonna get mated.
Yep.
So knight G5.
Shout out to Diamond member Pino724 who says he's at work. You're at work on a Sunday, and you're tuning in.
I mean, I'm at work on a Sunday. You're at work on a Sunday.
I mean, hey, you're special here. Okay, move the bishop to E. Ooh, I think E3 was a little. Oh no, but he's fighting for the B file. I like F4.
Rook B7.
Look at Levon's instincts.
Well, he should put his rook on
he's up on the clock and just doing just fine.
Yep, but check and take on A2.
Yeah, okay, which is more valuable, F7 or A7? He's going to take F7, and he has rook C7 coming back. Okay, now he'll make a big trade.
Oh, I thought he was going King E4 first.
Yeah, King E4 was better. You're right, dude.
Oh, take on E5. Look, he's up a pawn.
Yeah, in fact, and you might even be able to bring the king shielded by the G pawn up to G6 and have mating tricks. In fact, here he goes. I like it. Bring the king all the way. Yeah, King H5, G4. Okay. There's no way that white loses this game, and black knows it, so he just abandons the C pawn to simplify.
Yep, but flag him. You're up 8 seconds, you're up a pawn.
Yep. This is where the best Bullet players earn their stripes, and it sounds horrible to say, but a coming of age in Bullet is ruthlessly flagging somebody with no winning chances.
Yep.
That's part of the experience.
Yep, and this is a draw theoretically, and the reason why the king can't infiltrate. But just play on. Flag on.
Right? Carry on. Play on.
Go G7. Go G7 at some moment.
G7 at some point. But no, play tickle as long as you can. Nothing wrong with a little game of tickle.
That's true. He's up a couple seconds here.
Maxime should have simplified to the king and pawn ending. All right. Should be good enough. Good enough for a draw.
It's funny. He declined a draw, then he offered a draw again.
Yeah. But that happens sometimes when you're moving so fast you don't even see it. The nice thing about this is, guess what? We've been entertained by 4 games now, but guess what? There's only 2 game points. Draws don't mean anything. People said for so many years, how can you make chess better? How can we eliminate the draw? Well, guess what? The Chess format has done it. We have finally cracked the code to eliminating the draw from chess. The Chess format.
Yeah, and it's, nobody minds draws when they're fighting games like the ones we've seen.
Yep.
Of course.
Yeah, because there's nothing wrong with a draw as long as you entertained us, you educated us. Good. Some of the best chess in history is leading to peaceful results, right?
Absolutely.
# the 2018 World Chess Championship.
Yeah, that was definitely true. And really the draw offer is a killer here. But I like white's position. I like what Leon Beast is doing. Ooh, bishop D3, take G6, take H5.
Yep.
Start gobbling up some pawns here. Queen C6. All right, Queen C6 I thought would have just spy the C3 pawn. Instead he goes Queen E6. Now Rook E1 with no real threat though, right? Knight F5 hangs the bishop on G6. So he goes D5. And now the C3 pawn is feeling weak and vulnerable.
Sorry, Zilabus. I have the microphone and you don't. So I name it Chennis, not Tess, and I win. Okay? Sorry, that's just how it works, man. It is Chennis. Plus, Chennis sounds a little more like chess, so unfortunately I'm going to overrule you on that one. Love you, though. Thank you for the sub.
Oh, knight takes G3.
Rookie 2. Rookie 8. I love that. G2 is mate. And watch out for tactics on f3. Uh-oh, I just said it. Is it coming?
Nope, knight f3, rook f3, and the rook on
rook
e8.
f3 and e8 hangs with check.
So now knight f3. Oh!
Knight h3 and queen h4, but whose h-file is going to be more of a problem?
Rook f3, rook f3, rook e1 mate coming.
Rook f3 and rook e1 is mate.
Yep. So here
Queen e2 stops it, but rook e1 still wins the queen.
Bam. But then king g2 wins, queen e4 check wins one of the knights.
Queen e4 check would have won the knight, but this also looks like it works. No, maybe it doesn't. You got to be super careful here. Only 8 seconds for white.
G5. Yep. Just keep going. Move the queen as many times as possible. Just pre-move it. I really am not certain about Lev's pre-move.
Yeah, I don't know how Levon handles some of these blitz scrambles. Plus, the knight is such a tricky piece.
Yep.
Makes you think that there's going to be some sort of trick here. In fact, here comes Maxime. He's about to flag Levon with the knight, with the checks. Oh! A game he had no business losing on the board, but every opportunity to lose it. Again, that rook and knight is just such a devious little setup, and that knight on f3, everybody was blocking checks by the queen on both e1 and g1, and it just made Lev's ability to pre-move so difficult.
Yeah, that's a dirty flag.
Yep,
and Lev was up on the clock, too. Lev has been doing amazingly well on the clock, but we saw this with was it Grishuk against Bortnik? One of the matches where one of the sides was up on the clock early, but when it came down to the wire, was just not playing quickly enough.
Yep.
And that's going to be a big problem because really, oftentimes these games are decided when there are 4 seconds remaining, not when there are 50 seconds remaining. So, right now Lev is up 7 seconds on the clock, but Maxime has shown great mouse skills and mouse speed when it's down to the wire. Watch out, the pin on the D file looks disastrous. But
again, isn't a big part of that also intuition? Like over time, if you get that time edge and you're clearly playing good enough, because on the board, Levon has not had problems, right? He's had good positions. Right. It's just a matter of habit that you keep that time edge. You have to keep pushing yourself to make faster moves so that you can not find yourself in a scramble, you know?
No, you're absolutely right.
And right now, Levon is once again winning on the board. I mean, he's outplayed Maxime if you're talking the X's and O's of chess today.
Yep. But we're not talking the X's and O's in chess. We're talking about tennis.
We're talking about tennis. And that means you have to win 6 games to win a set. Reminder, everybody, that this is a new format for the first time. It will also be the format later on today in the championship between Nakamura and Bortnik. So very excited to see what these players can give us in terms of a thrilling show, a thrilling match.
Yep.
So again, Levon in a great spot. You just got to keep playing fast, and the queen should just dominate a rook and bishop in this sort of a5. Oh, he didn't see it. a5 was even better, I think. But
bishop
this will work.
Check. Watch out for the king, though. Rook e2, bishop f4 check ideas.
Bishop f4, king f2. The rook's going to bring itself to the second.
Here it comes. Take a g3 check.
Uh-oh.
Move your rook away somewhere.
Levon is getting himself in trouble. This is where Maxime.
King g6. Just bring the king to g6. There it is. Now you can start using your second bishop. Play
for the light squares.
Maybe he should just roll the a-pawn. Like, maybe he could have just done that.
Yeah, I think you've got to push faster. Right now we're going to be in another time scramble where Maxime has won every one of those crazy moments so far.
a7.
He wins a6 with check. The king is getting itself in trouble, and Maxime again just flags Lev ruthlessly. I mean, I know I shouldn't smile when I say that someone just did something wrong, but again, if flagging Lev is wrong, I don't want to be right. That just feels so good to see Levon get flagged. No, I'm kidding.
You're not kidding at all, and I know it.
It's just like, you know when you say something that sounds dirty, but you can't help but smile?
Yeah, no. I mean, the schadenfreude is real here. And it's just like, Lev is, he's a jokester, right? So he dishes it out. He'll have to be able to take it. And right now, he's taking all the punches he can handle from Leon Beast, Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, because he's just faster. MVL is faster when it matters. And I guess it goes to show that, jumping out to a 5-second head start isn't going to win you the bullet games.
No, totally. Not only that, being up on the chess, right? The games have favored Levon several times when that time scramble first ensued, everybody, but it hasn't stopped Maxime from using tricks and swindling his way toward beating Levon on time.
But another great position for Levon here. He's up a pawn.
A pawn. Okay, the knight is strong, but again, e5 is a super weak pawn here.
Here comes a knight to e4.
I love it. I mean, Levon is playing some great chess right now, but winning the scramble matters most in bullet.
Yep. Oh, there's free pawn. That pawn was hanging. He blundered it.
No, but he has tricks.
Oh,
yeah.
But f5.
Oh, the knight hangs with check.
Oh, rook takes d5 here. This is like
Rook
the way you
takes
start
d5
blundering.
and bishop takes c4. Leon Beast is turning it around.
Yep. Look at the king on b8. Not very safe if their bishop lands at d5.
Opscode bishop positions favor the first person to get the initiative in the attack and look for these light squares to become a problem. Yep.
And the extra pawn is
and he blunders with queen b6. I was
b7.
just about to say bishop d5 pins the bishop on the 7th rank, and Levon blunders with queen to b6. The tactics on b7 would have won the game, and this is where Maxime is finding himself in the lead. He is 2 game points away from winning the first set right now with a score of 4-1.
Yeah. It's got to be frustrating for Levon, who's gotten many good positions here.
Yep.
He's had many great positions. And
cannot wait to see Maxime shave right now.
I can't wait to see myself shave, if I'm being honest with you. I'm so excited. Like, I've been keeping this just for like posterity here, and just like, oh, let me keep it for the Bullet Chess Championship.
Right. The homeless look is suiting you for this show.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready. And I don't think you're ready.
I'm not ready for that, Jelly. I am ready for Levon to get a game here, though. I mean, again, reminder everybody that at every set completion, there will be a small break, allowing the players to kind of take a quick breath, right, restart, and that's the idea of the format, is that, yes, of course, winning chess games still matters most in tennis, but you have to do them in groups, right, and even if we see Levon falling way down here, everything resets. The grudge score resets. Everything goes back to 0 in the second set, so there's always the potential to make a comeback.
Yep. And I actually like Levon's position here in this game. And it's still plenty of time, right? Because draws don't count towards the match score. So if he just can win this game, draw a couple, win another game, he could pull off Kasparov-Karpov, right? Just, go down 5 points and then make your way back.
Comeback. There you go.
Wait, there's a problem with b2 now, and that's a pass b pawn. But the king side is weak for black here. Ooh, nice move. Bishop a3. I didn't even see that coming.
I love that. And the b pawn is pushing, baby. Pushing, baby.
Yep.
b1.
There's
knight a3. He finds another move that does the same idea. Move the knight with tempo, and then you get a queen.
Bishop a2. You forgot about it.
Knight e3 was better. He had knight e3, though.
Oh, he got him back rank mate.
Still gets the second lady.
Nice.
Oh, man. Baby girl Brittany on b1. She joined the party.
Did she do it again?
You know what? Oops, she did it again. Brittany on b1. There you go.
Your singing is toxic.
Oh, you went full Britney Spears. Don't cry me a river, because this relationship is over.
Whoa.
Oh.
Is our chess analysis also over? Because I feel like once we go full Britney, we're never coming back.
You're bringing Chessy back right now. All right, here we go. Focus, Robert.
Man. Well, you're driving me crazy. You just can't
Levon
see.
is
The
now
knight on
up
d6
against it.
is going to help cover all the central squares.
Okay, it's a must-win situation for the first time in today's match. Levon down 5-1 in the first set. The comeback starts now, or he has to hope to turn things around in the second set of games. So,
Danny,
yep.
I'm not going to lie to you. Pawn takes c4, doesn't that? Oh, knight e5, nice. That's covers, because cb3, knight c6.
Yep.
Oh, renegade queen.
a5. I like it, though. Levon is still in trouble despite the renegade queen. You have to like that b3 pawn's weak. He's going to go gobble it up.
Oh, but what I was going to say, Danny, is when a pawn's about to promote, I'm shocked you've never said, I'm not a girl, not yet a woman. Like, we're on this Britney Spears flow, and
right.
the perfect thing to
say. Seriously, that is an epic fail by me. You're right. I've said a lot of inappropriate things about what happens when a pawn becomes a woman, but you're right. I've failed in that department.
Uh-oh, what's going on in this endgame? All the pawns are hanging.
That's what's
Every
going
single
on.
pawn is hanging. So we're gonna.
I think maybe a6, a7 was actually better for Maxime than the way he handled it. And for the first time in a long time, Levon is actually up on the clock here.
Take a5.
Rook h5. Oh, rook g5 check. That's a nice way to gain a little bit of time on the clock. I like it.
Take f2.
He's checking too far. No, he's not.
He's putting the rook behind the pawn.
Look at Levon surprising Maxime.
Yeah.
With the approach here, and he might actually get a win on the clock. At the very least, if he draws, the set continues.
King c1. Okay, that king c1
or king c2. Do you go get a queen, or do you just flag?
No, you play rook c2. Rook c2.
Rook c2 wins. If you just get a queen, don't perpetual.
Oh, what a mistake!
Why did Maxime do that?
Why did Maxime just give him the
Maxime should
win?
have just taken the draw. That made no sense.
Wow.
I think Levon misplayed it from a bullet strategy point of view. He should have played rook c2 and allowed the queen because he would have flagged Maxime. If Maxime had pressed draw there, had they repeated the position 3 times? I think they did.
They probably had, yeah.
So that was just a huge bullet match strategy blunder by Maxime, although he's still in a commanding position here in the first set.
And I see National Master Tony Chess 32 saying, "Nice, let's go Aronian" in the game chat. So people are picking their sides here. And then it used to be GM goes, "MVL will end this now." Sounds so. The finality of that statement is just so harsh. But okay, right here, the dark squares, Danny. What do you think? Queen h4? Oh, I thought Queen h4 first.
Yeah, Queen h4 first.
Squares.
Probably, but you don't sleep on an idea where the queen goes to g7 and into e5. Okay, now you've prevented that, but d4 is always a target if you're not careful here.
Queen f4 check. Oh, okay. I thought Queen f4
check would have won the d pawn. I think you're right, but again, look out for Queen g7, a little sneaky move that sometimes causes real problems.
And Queen f6 took care of that. But look at the queen side situation. White's pawn structure is worse with the double pawns, but in an attacking situation,
and the d pawn's the problem.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I think Levon is worse here on the board, but now he's up on the clock, and this is what Maxime hasn't really fixed yet. I know Maxime is up 5-2, but overall Levon has had time edges in the middle game.
Yeah, but now he's a losing position.
Now he's just losing, and probably the first set is falling with it. Although, let's not sleep on the clock.
Oh, you're right. I stopped
Levon
noticing
still
that.
has opportunities, and a draw doesn't kill his chances of a comeback.
Nope, just keep going. Just don't resign.
Keep going. Move the king. Pre-move it. Uh-oh. Dirty Daryl. We're going dirty dancing on D1.
Yep. And Patrick
and that's it. That's it. We have the first set in the books, and we will. I believe. No, are we continuing, or do we tell them to? I think we abort. We tell them to take a couple-minute break. The first set is in the books. We will let the players know that they now have an opportunity to collect themselves before the next set begins. And Robert, we now have our first ever Chenis set. Historical right there. And I think we're going to take our first break and come right back for the second set. See if Levon can change the momentum now that the score is back to 0 with a fresh set of games here in the Chenis Bullet Chess Championship. The next set of games will get underway here in just a few moments, so thank you for sticking with us. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be all Chenis all day in the Bullet Chess Championship. Again, jokes aside, combining those two words, it is a format that combines some of the best aspects that keep tennis exciting. Is that even if Roger Federer falls down 2 sets to 0, he can always come back if he does prove he's the better player. And that's the idea of this format here. As we move into our second set, the games will get started here in just a moment. And we love that the logo's been updated there by our producer here in Studio C. Fun stuff here, and again, I think it's an interesting format. We'll see if Levon can prove that the tempo change actually is a real thing. He did play well in that first set, Robert. In many ways, Levon outplayed Maxime, just lost the bullet battle.
Yeah, and it's why in this sort of setup here, when you have a set to recover, Chenis can be the menace. And we'll see if Levon can make MVL's life a little bit more difficult, because what it was like 6-2. When you jump out to that kind of lead, you're like, okay, I'm going to win this match for sure, but not so fast. Now
not so fast.
Fresh slate. Yes, MVL's essentially up 1 set, and that gives Levon a fighting chance. Look at him go with the B4. That queen side, bishop b5 next. How are you going to protect your knight? You have to go c3. And now your knight's trapped over here. So can I go rook a6 for queen a8? Okay, he goes directly for queen a5 because maybe that knight's not being able to be defended anyway.
It's a good spot, though, for Levon. And again, he's up on the clock.
Take c3. That's a pawn.
Take c3. Just win that pawn. Maybe sack her. Or just trade on a1 and then focus on the b pawn, right? Bishop d3. Bring the rook to b8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Actually, it's a really irritating move, this rook a7.
This is a Benko where black's no longer down a pawn and just looking frisky in the center.
Right. The bishop will come to d3 in just a moment with a double attack. In fact, that's why Maxime defends e4, but he has to retreat. So again, as Robert said, this is a Benko with black not having the pawn problems, not down a pawn. Sometimes black has endgames like this, and white has an a pawn, and black is still okay. So, all right, but now you got to give credit to Maxime. He's
But yeah, that look at the light square control though, right? That's the thing. When you've knight against a bishop, you need to keep your knight at some outposts. But g4 is a nice move. Kicking that knight from is a very good score. Rook a7 followed by d6 is about
Here comes the rook to e3, I think, to prevent that exact idea. Then rook e4. Ooh, I thought rook e4 was better. I think it was.
Oh,
and now he's blundering.
Yeah,
Levon is giving the game away. Rook e4 was much better.
There's no time.
Wow,
either. No time.
And not a good start to this second set for Maxime, and still in a good shape, often on the board. But that's where Bullet proves itself when the gloves come off, right?
Yep.
You got to be able to stay on the board tactically with no time to think, and that's what, frankly, Hikaru Nakamura, Maxime, who I expect to be in the final, guys like that do better than everybody in the world. So.
Yeah, watch out for this kingside attack. This is also scary. If you play this in classical chess, you know that Maxime would shrug it off, be like, "What is this? Come on, poof." But here in bullet chess, you always need to be worried about sacrificing on g5 because you don't have time to calculate your king's safety, and that's really a problem. But now Maxime seems to have safened up his kingside. He trades some pieces. The knight on e4 is excellent.
Look at that queen a6 slide. That prevented castles and hit a2, everybody, and Maxime has stolen a pawn.
Yep.
Like a thief.
In the night.
He'll play e6 and put the bishop on f8 to dislodge that rook. The question is, can he do it fast enough? I like this move.
Yep,
I like this move.
And knight c4 is coming. Or take an
e4 is falling.
Oh!
Ooh, why d5? e5 falls now.
Because I guess he wanted to pass pawn by taking on c6.
I think he should have just gobbled e4 and stuck with his bind. But all right, I could be wrong. Levon's still going to win c6. You're right. All right.
Oh, rook takes c6, hits the bishop on g6 if he wanted it. Okay,
yeah.
Instead he does this way. And
he'll go for the pass c pawn.
Bishop b6.
Bishop b6, c7.
That's a passer.
Yep.
Nice.
How do you get help for it? How do you help that pawn, right?
Knight c4, bishop c7, knight b2. Oh, but there's bishop c3
very nice.
Check. No, he should
but bishop f4 check. Is he missing it?
Yep.
Knight now if knight... Oh, no, but he gets out, and Levon is super frustrated.
I'm frustrated for him.
Man, he really let the tactics get away from him there.
Oh, man. That's tough to see, because it was so close. Yep. It looked like Levon had that one.
And remember, everybody, the format of today's two events, the consolation match you're watching right now, as well as the championship, are in this new tennis format, as we've been jokingly calling it, but it is a game of sets. Game points add up. You have to get 6 games to win a set. Draws count for nothing. But the reason I'm bringing that up right now is because, remember, Levon has to win this set. The first consolation match is only a best of 3. So if Maxime wins this right here, it's over. He wins 3rd place in the first ever Bullet Chess Championship.
Yeah, and Maxime is doing work right now, and he's looking
good.
He's looking like Jimmy Popeye Doyle with the French Connection out here because everything's going right for him. And look at this rook on f5. What is that rook doing there?
That rook wandered way too far up the board, and that's a awkward position there.
Yeah, this is rough. I mean, queen d2, hit that rook against bishop g5 would have been the response. But I would just try to get
now the bishop. I was going to say you could even play bishop d2 there, but queen to e3 grabs the e file.
Look at that rook; it's still alive.
Just how, right? How is it surviving? I don't know. Bishop can come to g4. Okay, Maxime finds it because now there's threats of g3. Oh, he doesn't go for that.
The rook is still alive. Let's go to c4 next, or take on a4. Rook takes a4.
What in the world, right? It's like, how did that happen? Kudos to Levon, something you could never really get away with. Rook e8, and he blunders the queen.
As soon as you say kudos, his queen goes off.
Levon is he's on tactical tilt. And this is you're now in a must-win situation. You have got to turn things around right here, right now, down 3 games in the second set. It is the set that wins the match, right? So we're about to see game, set, match if Maxime runs away with this.
Full tilt.
Look at this. I love the attack, though.
Me too. I was saying before, you got to try something like this.
He's creative enough, right? He's a brilliant attacker in many ways, and so Aronian, I think, needs to embrace his inner bullet beast, right, and let it out of the bag.
Yep, knight h4. He should have went knight h4. Oh no, knight h4 hung the 92 with check. Never mind. But there are some kind of.
I like your knight h4. It's coming at some point. If you take on e4 with the bishop and then knight h4, that's one way to do it.
How about king f1?
In fact, he does. I like that.
He missed bishop takes d2. Oh, king takes d2. Okay, so he had that.
No, I think this was good. He took, and now you can. Queen g4 check is coming. I like it.
This game is unreal.
Unreal. Take on c5. Just gobble. Oh, but he allows it. Why did Maxime allow it?
Because he figured he's winning the knight on h4.
but not so fast.
Oh
Look
my
at this.
gosh. Castle Queenside.
Crazy.
Yes. This is an amazing game.
This is an amazing game right here. I mean, everybody's pinned. Get your pin emotes out, kids.
Oh, look at that countermate. Bishop takes F4 check.
That is so sick. That's the difference between an absolute pin and a relative pin. 92 check, everybody. After the queen took, bishop takes F4 was going to be a 2-bishop mate on the diagonal.
Honestly, that was one of the best games I've ever seen in my life. Like,
I mean, I don't ever want to check a game like that with an engine because ignorance is bliss. I want to believe that was a perfect chess game by Black. That's what I want to believe.
Thrown right back into like 1920.
Yeah, that was Paul Morphy just rolled over and said, "They need me. They're calling me back."
Yeah, so I mean, maybe even the 1870s or something. I don't know, but that was phenomenal stuff. And here we see this position where Levon is up a pawn as Black. Okay, now it's even, but the F5 pawn, I don't know how much longer that's going to last. Queen G5, take that pawn. Or nice move, Rook H6. You can take the pawn. Oh, but G7 hangs at the end of this. Knight F7, shore up your king. And is an even position on the terms of material, but Knight F6 check scares me. Knight F6, Knight G, draw it.
Knight F6 check, and then Knight G8. You can tickle it out if you're into it. No.
Oh, Queen takes F7. Oh, it's check. I thought Queen takes F7. Queen takes F7. He hung it.
Yeah, it's a fork. Oh, but he gets G8.
Yeah.
So it's not over.
Wow, that was a weird
In fact,
way
that kind of Knight G5 will pick up the E4 pawn, but Black is still in this game.
Yeah, not for long. Rook G7 check.
Knight takes D6. Just laughing.
Rook F7.
Knight H5. You have Rook F7.
He missed Knight E6 as Rook F7 and Knight G5 check.
Knight E6 and then Knight G5 would have been winning.
Yeah.
Oh, and Levon resigns. Knight E6 was winning.
Yes. Oh,
he's just material. So apparently, even in the new tennis format, tilt can be a real thing because he's down 5-0, and I think that he's just beating himself in some of these games right now.
It's hard. It's hard to hold serve.
Yep, it's match point right now. This is match point.
Yep, 95. Oh, okay. Or he's going for D5. He's going straight forward there. Okay, 95 is a good response. That way you can take there and take on D5. But watch out, take bishop C5. There it is. And now rook takes D5 is a huge threat, so it goes bishop E6. Take on E7.
Come on, Levon. Keep this match going. Keep the party started. Keep the party's been started. Just keep the party going.
Come on, Levon.
Right. Mm-hmm. Come on, Levon.
Don't go to Knight F5. Okay, good. Because Knight F5 hung Queen G5 check. Now Knight F5 is good.
Now Queen F6. You can trade into the endgame and be better.
You're down a pawn, though. So Knight G3, play for F5.
Yeah, you have to.
Black should go F5.
Hope for a rook lift. Ooh, Knight H5 also. Okay, you can play H3 and G4.
Rook E5. Take over the squares. Rook E1.
Like it. This is Armenian chess school stuff here. This is a positional grind by Lev right now.
E4. I thought he was going to go B4 sacked. His knight got trapped.
Not only does the knight get trapped, but with it,
G4. No, King G6. It's not me.
About to be won.
Yeah.
Okay, Levon is keeping it going almost. Nope, but he resigns, and it's match point.
That's game.
That's it. That's match.
Match.
I don't even know what we do now besides tell the guys, could we just let them keep playing maybe? Let's just see if they keep playing forever.
Yeah, that's good for us,
Don't tell them it's over.
Yeah, nobody tell them it's over.
Don't tell them it's over. Thank you, Jake Loans, for the subscription there.
How's Safe Farm treating you, Jake Loans?
The match is over, but we're going to let him keep playing. because what else do we have to do? We got like an hour till the Nakamura match starts.
An hour?
You could do a 20-round bullet Swiss and just let the viewers join it and you guys comment on it like Arena.
We totally can. I mean, at this point, if they're going to keep playing, I'm going to let them keep playing because they're much more entertaining on the board than me and Robert. But I'm with you. We will find a way to pass the time. We also have a lot of content prepared previewing the Nakamura and Bortnik match. So for those of you who are wondering what's going to happen over the next, 45 minutes before the championship takes place, don't worry. We got plenty of content coming your way. With that, though, we do officially have a winner. Maxime Vachier-Lagrave takes the consolation match by 2-0. Yeah. And that's it. And the game is aborted. And we have a match that is over. So that was really fast. Okay. Well, good talk. Let's bring these guys on and get some interviews going.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a 60-second, bring our players on for quick interviews before we transition into full championship preview mode. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we are back here with the Bullet Chess Championship. The first match of the day is concluded with Maxime Vachier-Lagrave taking the two sets to nil match. And I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. There's music playing from a random spot in the office here. Shout out to me. This was fun, Levon. We thought you were on the verge of winning several games. You actually seem to have played the better chess, especially in the first set. And some of those endgames you had, where you had the extra queen versus the rook and knight, and then rook and bishop. How difficult is it in a spot like that in Bullet, where all of a sudden the time is ticking away, even though you're winning on the board? And what is supposed to happen differently there? Maybe just a bunch of pre-move checks? I don't know.
Well, see, if yesterday I had an illusion that the lag was an issue that I've lost, today I could see everything myself. No, I don't have the practice, guys. I've never played Bullet, so I don't know how to do this pre-moving business. And so that was one of the reasons why I lost against Maxime.
Maxime, what was your feeling about how the first set went? Do you feel like you kind of got out of dodge there, given that you were in some bad positions, but you managed to swindle your way to some victories on the clock in the first 6 games?
Yeah, a little bit. As I remember, when I was an addict to Bullet, playing 2 pieces against a queen is quite a nightmare for the queen. So that's why I was happy to take these exchanges, but of course, objectively, it was not great. And the first set was real close because, of course, I guess my mouse was just the faster, and it helped me tremendously in the first set. And then in the second set, I even started to play better. So yeah.
Yeah, Maxime, in the first set especially, you were down on the clock probably like 5-6 seconds early in the game. It would be like 42 seconds to 36 seconds in a couple games. But when it came down to the wire, your mouse speed was clearly quicker. So how do you kind of make that adjustment of when to use your time and then how to pick up the pace at the finish?
Well, at the finish, you just pick up the pace because you have like 10 seconds left and you have to go faster. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to compare my speed to those of the finalists today. But yeah, I used to have a lot of practice in Bullet, and it still shows in those moments.
Levon, this was a lot of fun, and I know you had a blast. Maybe we were talking about. So, does this make you want to play a little more Bullet, or are you going to keep with the strategy of, look, like Bullet's just not good for your chess, and you're not going to throw down an online Bullet? Because I'm offering you some lessons. Do you want to take some bullet lessons from me?
Well, that's a very generous offer, considering the fact that maybe bullet is the only thing that you can teach me, and not just in chess.
That's right. That's right. But what do you think? You want to play some more bullet? I mean, like we can do this more often.
The thing is, I believe that bullet is fun, but there are so many other fun things
Right.
that can last longer than 1 minute. So,
Are you sure about that?
and since I play very little, you know my choice.
Danny, you still live over there?
Sorry, you got me with that one. Okay. All right.
Danny's crying. Danny's saying mango.
I'm not even sure what you're talking about, but yeah. Sometimes it doesn't have to be much longer than a minute to be fun, though.
Okay.
Anyway, that's true. That's true. There are certainly things that are better to do than play bullet chess with your time. But Levon, I mean, seriously though, like why don't you start like streaming on Twitch? People want to hear everything that's coming out of your mouth. I mean, what can we do to do this? I want to spend more time with you, Levon.
Wow. Well, now I'm getting concerned.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is a lot of fun. So do you know, Lev, that Maxime owes me a clean face? He owes me a shaving.
Wow.
Yeah, he does.
I do.
He doesn't do it for anybody, just to tell you. It's a very special.
It's a very special thing. That's right. So I think he should. I think the Maxime, like, what do you think? I mean, we've got some time here. You want to shave?
Right now, it's not possible right now. I mean,
Okay. Fine.
like,
All right. Fine.
but yeah. When can I? I mean, we should plan it, but
Yeah, we should.
In a hotel room, it's yeah.
You and I will meet in a hotel room.
We already have enough going around about hotel rooms and minutes like that. So.
Yeah. Well, Levon, what's up next for you in your chess schedule? You got a lot of fans here and on watching the show, and where are you off to next?
To Karlsruhe, Baden-Baden.
Okay.
Same for me.
We, as the champions of Germany,
That's right.
Maxime and I have to take part in, and would like to take part in.
Well, the next event I think that will take place online will be the Speed Chess Championship, and I think it'll be exciting to see a different format again. We'll be back to the increment in terms of bullet, but Levon, now having played both, what do you think is more going to be more your game, the non-increment or back to the Speed Chess Championship 1-1 format?
I'm equally dreadful in increment or without, so it doesn't really matter. But to tell you the truth, I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's, of course, it's never fun to lose, but when it's fast, at least you don't get to suffer too much.
Right. Well, Maxime, other than us scheduling a time to help that
That face, yeah.
that face look cleaner, I really don't have any other questions besides the fact you guys are both great. Thanks for being so much fun, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be better at this post-match interview
Danny,
thing,
I
but
have a question.
you guys make it easy. Go ahead.
Since we were just playing tennis, if the two of you had a combination of chess and tennis, kind of like chess boxing, who would win that match?
Probably Maxime. I mean, because Maxime plays tennis. Levon, do you play tennis?
But I'm waiting for Levon's.
Not really.
About him being better at chess. You have
But
to.
I have a question to Maxime.
Okay.
Have you considered plastic operation?
On which part of my body?
No, because you were talking about shaving, so I thought, you might as well just, just a suggestion, nothing intrusive.
Nobody knows where
Oh,
we're going with
Take
this.
the suggestion and put it back where it belongs.
Okay. Well, we're
Oh
gonna.
my.
Am I gonna see you guys both at the Singfield Cup, Maxime? You'll be there, right?
Yes.
We got because we
Hey,
have giant
actually,
chess.
Suggestion: you can shave me there.
we have giant chess. We have giant chess that'll happen there, and maybe we can get Levon a little bit in some physical chess activity involved. You know.
Yes.
Hey, Danny, I have a question.
Yep.
Is there going to be a Bughouse Chess Championship, and can we get Maxime and Levon playing? Who's the better
That is
Bughouse?
the one event that Levon I know is. I mean, I don't even
Yeah,
have to
it will-
ask. I know you're ready to go when that happens, and we're getting there. Actually, I think the Bughouse Championship is going to be rolling out here pretty soon. So, who would you pick, Levon, to be your partner amongst all the world's elite, if and when we do the Bughouse Championship this year? Besides
Well,
me, besides me.
we have a great team with Maxime, and I taught him, and he knows the strategy, so he
Yeah.
would be a perfect partner.
Like Danny can teach you only bullets, you can teach me buggers. But you do it.
All right.
I
Well,
love this dynamic. Can we
I
keep this
love
going
you guys. I
forever?
really do. This is so much fun. All right. Well, I don't even know what else to say besides thank you for doing this. Maxime, congratulations today. Obviously taking third place. Levon, um, thank you for being here. We'll probably see you this year in a couple other online events. Hopefully, we'd love to have you in the Speed Chess Championship as well as a Bughouse event. But otherwise, Robert and I will take a brief break and come back with a little bit of championship preview content, everybody, so don't go anywhere. We have Hikaru Nakamura versus Alexander Bortnik coming up here in about 30 minutes. So Robert and I are going to dive into some of the games and preview what it might take for Bortnik to swindle his way to a victory over the one seed Hikaru Nakamura. But you guys are great. Maxime, we have a date for shaving and giant chess. All kinds of stuff's going to happen. Levon, you're invited if you're into it. And
I don't want to, destroy this beautiful romance.
Levon and I will just go watch some basketball while you guys.
yeah, you guys
There's
will
no
keep yourselves
basketball in
busy.
August.
All right, well, you guys
Go
are
in
great.
for some baseball.
No, I hate baseball. Don't do that.
Yeah,
to
I
me.
know.
Exactly. We'll make that'll be it. We'll make Robert watch baseball.
No.
Oh yeah.
All right,
That's
guys, enjoy your team victory lap in Baden-Baden, and thanks for doing this, and we'll see you guys within a couple months. Best of luck to you with all your events this year.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a very, very brief break as soon as my producer gives me the go ahead. Robert, that was a ton of fun. Both the chess and the interview. I don't even know what to say. I gotta take a breath here. So let's come right back with some championship preview content. Don't go anywhere, everybody. We'll be right back.